Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to explore a beautiful and culturally rich poem titled The Bangle Sellers, written by Sarojini Naidu. But before we dive into the depths of this poem, let's briefly get to know the remarkable poet. Sarojini Naidu, she is popularly known as the Nightingale of India. She was an Indian poet and a prominent freedom fighter. Born in 1879 in Hyderabad, she wrote poems rich in melody, color, and Indian culture. Her works beautifully capture everyday life, emotions, and traditions, making her one of India's most celebrated literary voices. The Bangle Sellers. The crux of this poem is that it is a song sung by the Bangle Sellers. It celebrates Indian culture and the journey of a woman's life through the symbolism of bangles. The poem follows bangle sellers at the temple fair who describe different colors of bangles suited for girls, maidens, brides, and married women, and each bangle represents a stage of life. Now let's move on to the first stanza of the poem. Bangle sellers are we who pair our shining loops to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives? Here, the speakers are the bangle sellers themselves. They travel to a lively temple fair and they are appearing, which means that they are carrying their brightly shining bangles. Here, the scene introduces a typical Indian cultural setting filled with color, festivity, and tradition. The sellers call out to people at the fair, advertising their bangles. The bangles are described as delicate, colorful, bright, and as dazzling as a rainbow, showing their beauty and attractiveness. The poet goes on to say, the bangles are not just ornaments but tokens, which means that they are symbols of joy, tradition, and femininity. They bring happiness to girls and married women, marking special moments in their lives. Some are made for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the birds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. In this stanza, the poet says that some bangles are suitable and appropriate for young unmarried girls, and here, maidens, it symbolizes youth. The colored silver and blue reflect purity, innocence, freshness, and a dreamy quality, just like morning mist, or we can say fog on mountains. Some bangles are reddish or pinkish, like flower buds growing beside a peaceful forest stream, and they represent a maiden's dreams, hopefulness, and budding emotions for marriage. And then some bangles shine like fresh green leaves that clings closely to, or we can say that sticks firmly to, fresh, pure, and clear beauty of newly grown leaves, which symbolizes the maiden's youth, vitality, growth, and new beginnings of her life. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire, tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. In this stanza, the poet says that some bangles are golden yellow in color, which resembles ripe sunlit cornfields. Actually, gold is considered auspicious, so these bangles suit a bride on her wedding morning, symbolizing prosperity and happiness. And then the poet goes on to say that some bangles are bright red, resembling the sacred marriage fire of the wedding. They symbolize love, passion, energy, we can say spiritual purity, and even commitment to the newly married life. Here, deep, rich colors reflect the bride's inner feelings, dreams, hopes, and desires as she enters a new life. The gentle sound and shine of the bangles show the bride's delicate emotions, excitement, and softness. Because a bride feels both joy and sadness, joy for her new beginning and sorrow, obviously, for leaving her family, the bangles represent these mixed emotions perfectly. Some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. The poet describes bangles that are purple and grey with golden spots. These colors are more mature and dignified, symbolizing the middle stage of a woman's life, which is calm, wise, and balanced. These bangles are meant for a woman who has reached middle age. Now she is no longer a young maiden or a bride, but someone who has experienced a great part of life already. Her hands have cared for her family lovingly. Her affection has blessed. That means that she has brought happiness to everyone around her. The poet highlights here her nurturing and loving nature. This shows a woman as a mother who has lovingly held and raised her children and protecting and nurturing them. The phrase faithful breast means loving, loyal, and a devoted motherhood. She takes care of her home with pride and satisfaction. Fruitful pride in this stanza means that she feels fulfilled because she has worked hard and successfully managed her responsibilities. She performs religious duties faithfully and stands beside her husband in devotion. This shows a woman's role as a dedicated wife and homemaker, respected in her family.